नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुर्वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम पदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतुषे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for the beautiful Manglacharan, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for reciting it. We are reading the Srimad. Prabhuji, you must join us every day. At least we should hear the Manglacharan sung by you. At least do the Manglacharan and then you continue with whatever work you are doing.
Thank you very much. It is a mercy of you all devotees, and I get the opportunity for this Mangalacharan. By the way, thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Please join us every day at 8 o'clock Kenyan time on the same link. So, Hare Krishna, everybody. We are reading the Srimad Bhagavatam. We are on Canto 1 and we are on Chapter 5. And the text for today is text 25. So, do I have any volunteers for reading the text? Any volunteers, please? Hare Krishna. We are waiting for Prabhuji to join, but till then we can read the text and we can read.
Which is the text?
Prabhuji, it is text 25, Canto 1, Chapter 5.
1:5:25.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Let me try. 1.5. Narad instruction on Srimad Bhagavatam for Vyasdev.
Yes, Narada's instructions on Srimad Bhagavatam.
Text number 25.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Prabhuji, before we read, we'll have to chant Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya 3 times.
Sure.
And then
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudirayet Nasta Prayesu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Text number 25. Uchistalepan anumodito dvijay
Uchishtadepan anumotito dvichaye. Prabhuji will repeat after you.
Yeah, okay, fine. Uchistalepan anumodito dvijay
Uchishtalepan anumodito dvichaye.
Sakrutsma bhunje tat pasta kilbisa
Smrutsma bhunje tad apasta kilpisha.
evam pravrutasya visuddha cetasa
Evam pravrittasya vishuddha chetasya
tad dharma evatma ruchi prajayate.
tadharma evat ruchi prajayate.
Can I repeat?
Yes, Prabhu, once more and then we can do word to word.
Yeah, okay. Uchistalepan anumodito dvijay
Uchishtalepan anumodito dvichaye.
Sakrutsma bhunje tadapasta kilbisa
Sakratsma bhunje tad apasta kilpisha.
evam pravrutasya visuddha cetasa
Evam pravrittasya vishuddha cetasa
tad dharma evatma ruchi prajayate.
tadharma evatma ruchi prajayate.
Word to word. Uchistalepan,
Uchishtalepan,
the remnants of foodstuff.
the remnants of
food stuff.
Anumodita,
anumodita,
being permitted.
being permitted.
Dvijay,
Dvijay,
by the Vedantist
by the
Brahman.
Vedantis.
By the Vedantist Brahman.
By the Vedantis Brahmana.
Sakruta,
Sakrata,
once upon a time.
once upon a time.
Ma,
Sma,
in the past.
in the past.
Unje,
Munje,
took.
took.
Tat,
Tat,
by that action.
by that action.
Apasta,
Apasta,
eliminated.
eliminated.
Kilbisa,
Kilbisha,
all sins.
all the sins.
Evam, thus. Pravrutasya, being engaged. Visuddha cetasa,
Visudate Sasana,
of one
of one
whose mind is purified.
whose mind is glorified.
Tat,
That
particular.
that particular
Dharma, nature.
nature,
Eva,
Eva,
certainly. Atma Ruchi,
Atmaruchi,
transcendental attraction.
transcendental attraction.
Prajayate,
Jayate
was manifested.
was manifested.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Once only, by their permission, I took the remnant of their food, and by so doing, all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus, being engaged, I become purified in heart, and at that time, the very nature of the transcendentalist became attractive to me. Please repeat. Once only,
Once only,
by their permission,
By their permission,
I took the remnants,
I took the remnants
their food,
of their food,
of the
and
food,
by so doing,
and by
and
so
by
doing,
so doing,
all my sins
all my
all my sins
were at once eradicated.
were at once eradicated.
Thus,
Thus,
being engaged,
being engaged,
being engaged,
I became purified in heart.
I became purified in heart.
And at that time,
and at that time,
the very nature
The very
the very
nature
nature
of the transcendentalist
of the transcendentalist
became attractive to me.
became attractive to me.
Purport. Pure devotion is as much infectious in a good sense as infectious disease. A pure devotee is cleared from all kind of sins. The personality of Godhead is the purest entity, and unless one is equally pure from the infection of the material qualities, one cannot become a pure devotee of the Lord. The Bhakti Vedants, as above mentioned, were pure devotee, and the boy became infected with their qualities of purity by their association and by eating once the remnant of the foodstuff taken by them. Such remnants may be taken even without permissions of the pure devotees. There are sometimes pseudo devotees, and one should be very much cautious about them. There are many things which hinders one from entering devotional service. There are many things which hinders one from entering the devotional services. But by the association of a pure devotee, all these obstacles are removed. The neophyte devotee become practically enriched with the transcendental qualities of the pure devotee, which means attraction for the personality of Godhead's name, fame, quality, pastime, etc. Infection of the qualities of a pure devotee means to imbibe the taste of a pure devotion, always in the transcendental activity of personality of Godhead. This transcendental taste at once makes all material things distasteful. Therefore, a pure devotee is not at all attracted by material activities. After the elimination of all sins, or obstacles on the path of a devotional service. One can become attracted, one can have steadiness, one can have perfect taste, one can have transcendental emotions, and at last, one can be situated on the plane of loving service of the Lord. All these stages developed by the association of the pure devotees, and that is the purport of this stanza. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for reading the translation purport and the text and the word to word. Hare Krishna, everybody. We are waiting for Prabhuji to join. He is in another class. He's just finishing the class at the temple and he's about to join us. I've just got the phone call saying that he's going to join us. Till then, shall we chant the Mahamantra?
Yeah.
Prabhuji, can you lead us? Hare Krishna.
Yeah, already joined. Already joined.
Oh, Prabhuji has joined. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji joined.
Just ask her if the sound is coming clear.
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear you. We can't see you properly, but we can hear you.
Okay, we
I can use this place.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Let's make it.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, now it is fine. You can see me now or you can't?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can see you now. Hare Krishna. We can see you
We have 16 participants here.
already. Yes, Prabhuji, we are waiting for you. Prabhuji, we have done the Mangalacharan. We are reading the Srimad Bhagavatam. We are on Canto 1 on Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is Narada's instruction on Srimad Bhagavatam. And the text for today is text 25. Please,
Have you already
Prabhuji, may
read
I
it?
ask Path Prabhuji to introduce you? No one in this, everybody in this group knows.
We don't have time for introduction. Let's go for the class straight.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
And did you read the verse and translation and purport, or you want us to? You've done it all.
We read, Prabhuji, we did the Mangalacharan text twice. Then we read the word to word translation and purport, everything. We started a little early so we can get more time with you.
Thank you. Why am I? Oh, okay, right. This is good. I'm not able to see everyone on this screen. How do you do that? I mean, to see everyone.
Prabhuji, where there is view, if you can press gallery, then you'll be able to see everybody. There is a small box called view.
Yeah, somehow it's not seen here.
Sorry.
This is for the mobile. For the laptop, it's different, right?
Yeah, laptop is not working.
Okay. Anyway, I can see some of you. Some of them are doing cooking. Some are sleeping. And some are smiling.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah, Dandavat Pranam. Please request everyone if it is possible on the video so that it is very good. Also, we will show our audience here also in the temple hall. It is
Okay,
good.
Prabhuji.
Yeah, please.
If everybody can switch on their videos, if your data bundle can allow it, kindly switch it on. Prabhuji, we have a challenge here in Kenya. We sometimes our videos are not so powerful compared to the other countries, but I think few devotees have switched on their videos.
Yeah, and I can see about 16 participants.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And we have here in temple more than 16 participants. So you are defeated.
It's okay, Prabhuji. We are quality, not quantity.
Well, here also we have quality.
Okay, so quality square.
Yes, thank you. Om Agyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Supadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitantam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sahagana Radha Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhyayavcha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnu Paraya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshakarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
1525 Hare Krishna. Anyone has the shloka? Okay, so we are discussing on the first canto, 5th chapter, verse number 25. Now this first canto has 19 chapters. It's a very important canto, the first one. And it has 19 chapters. And out of which we are on the 5th chapter. So in the first chapter, 6 questions were asked by the sages. I think all of you have already done the first, second, third, fourth, and 5th chapter. You are on the 5th chapter. So have you heard, all of you? You are hearing it for the first time. This side. Some are new. Okay. All of you understand English? Thoda Hindi. So, Kritika Mataji, should I speak English? Hinglish. Thoda Hindi, thoda English.
Yes.
Mataji, are you hearing my voice?
Yes, Prabhuji, very faint. But the question was, should I do it in English or not? Yes, Prabhuji, English.
Now are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can hear your voice.
Is it faint or is it okay?
It's okay, and we can see you better as well.
Okay. Good. Now is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji, it is okay.
Because I can't come closer than this.
That's okay. That's fine, Prabhuji. Perfect.
Okay, so the first canto has 19 chapters. We are discussing on Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam first canto has 19 chapters. Total Srimad Bhagavatam has how many chapters? That's first canto. Bhagavatam has 335 chapters, 18,000 verses, shlokas. So you are doing every shloka one day. That means it will take 18,000 days for you to complete Bhagavatam. How many years that is? 18,000 days. Quickly. Huh? No.
No, 49.31.
Okay, 49 years around.
49 years, 50 years.
So it will take 50 years for you if you do one shloka per day, 18,000 shlokas. So I don't know how many of you will be able to complete in this lifetime. 50 years. But yes, we should still study because Bhagavatam says Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya. So today's verse is, I'm just reading the translation once again, although all of you have read it. Once only by their permission I took the remnants of their food, and by so doing all my sins were at once eradicated. Thus being engaged, I became purified in heart, and at that time the very nature of the transcendent list became attractive to me. So here, Narada Muni is giving his own story, who he was in his previous life. And then again in the 7th canto, This is first canto. Again in the 7th canto, Narada Muni will give his story. So Narada Muni, actually he was a Gandharva. So Gandharva means those who sing very nice, melodiously. They are called Gandharvas, one of the category of demigods. So he was a Gandharva, and one time he went to a meeting where the holy name was to be glorified, Krishna was to be glorified. You see, when we talk about demigods, most of the time we think that demigods are useless people. They keep drinking, they keep enjoying with apsaras. Like if you see that, what's that? Little Krishna. Have you seen any of you? So Indra is shown with a long nose and drinking. The demigods are not like that. They are actually very great devotees, and all the time Harinam goes on there in the Swarga, in the Brahma's planet. Every day. They have long Harinams. They don't do it for 1 hour or 2 hours. They go on. So like this was there, and he came. And he was actually amongst Gandharva also, he was singing very nice. He had a very melodious voice. So then he got puffed up, arrogance. And then there, all the sages were sitting. He started glorifying the demigods, thinking that, they will be happy. But the sages sitting there cursed him, "You fool, we are here to glorify the Supreme Lord and you are glorifying demigods. Go become a Shudra." So then he took birth as son of the maid servant, which he is speaking in this chapter. He's giving his own story. So he became the servant, son of the maid servant. So now he's saying what happened. So one time when it was Chaturmas time. Chaturmas means 4 months in a year, where the sages, the sadhus, they don't travel. They stay at one place. Even Lord Ramachandra stayed at one place during Chaturmas. I went to that place where Lord Ramachandra stayed for 4 months. He did not move from there because it was Chaturmas. So this is near Kishkinda, a very beautiful place. There's a temple of Lord Ram there. So this was during 4 months. The sages came to his house. Now the sages came nearby and the mother was serving. So he got a chance. Now here in this verse, he has already said that they came, my mother used to serve. And one time, he says, I took the remnants of those Bhakti Vedantists or pure devotees. So now, the glorification of remnants, Prabhupada is doing in the purport, that how we can just by eating remnants. You know what are remnants? Mahaprasad. Something taken by Krishna. So it's prasad and Mahaprasad. What is the difference between prasad, Mahaprasad and Mahaprasad? Anyone knows? There's a difference in that. So prasad is like you make bhoga. Okay? Say we are making daily bhoga here and offering to Lord Jagannath. So before we offer, it is called bhoga. It's not called prasad. Many times while speaking, we say prasad ban gaya ki nahi. Prasad nahi, bhoga. So bhoga, when it is offered to the Lord, then it becomes prasad. So what is the difference between prasad, Mahaprasad and Mahaprasad? Prasad, Mahaprasad is when you offer to Krishna in a plate, in Krishna's plate. You don't offer everything. Say you make 20 chapatis or 30 chapatis, but you offer only 2 chapatis to Krishna, right? In a plate, and you offer very little sabji, whatever you have made. So whatever is there in the plate, that becomes Mahaprasad. That is called Mahaprasad. Everything is not called Mahaprasad. Only what is there in Krishna's plate. That is Mahaprasad. And then the remaining, like say you have made 20 chapatis, you have offered 2 chapatis. Balance 18 chapatis, they are called prasad. That is prasad. That is not Mahaprasad. And when this Mahaprasad, which is offered to Krishna and coming from the plate of Krishna, is taken by a pure devotee of the Lord, and then when it is distributed to others or the remnants, that is called Mahaprasad. So here Prabhupada is talking, very nicely Prabhupada is explained that these Bhakti Vedantas were there, they were pure devotees. And just by taking the remnants or prasad, Mahaprasad, he got spiritual benefit. So prasadam has a lot of spiritual benefit, especially if it is coming from your devotee of the Lord. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that there are three powerful ways of progressing in bhakti. And what are those three ways? Bhakt pad dhuli yar, bhakt pad jal, bhakt bhunt avashesh, teen mahabal. Mahabal. Maha means, in our movement, everything is Maha. Right? हम लोग छोटा मोटा कुछ करते ही नहीं है. So everything is Maha. Our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Mahaprabhu. He is not Prabhu. He is Mahaprabhu. Prashadam is, mantra is, so everything is Maha. And now Maha in Chaitanya Charitamrita said Bal is Mahabal. Teen Mahabal. So everything is Maha. So Teen Mahabal. What are these Teen Mahabal? Three powerful tools. The first one is, I thought like somebody is telling me which is the first one. The first one is Bhakta Pada Dhuli. Bhakta Pada Dhuli means when the devotees they walk, or the dust of the lotus feet of devotees. That is Bhakta Pada Dhuli. That is the first of the three Mahabals. So what is the meaning of Bhakta Pada Dhuli? In general, the meaning is the dust, the lotus feet of the devotee. So you should take it because Prahlad Maharaj says your journey, spiritual journey cannot begin unless you take the dust of the lotus feet of a devotee. Same thing is told by Jal Bharat in 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. He said you cannot walk on the path of spirituality unless you take, there the word uses Mahat Pada Abhishekam, that you do the Abhishek, take bath in the dust of the lotus feet of the devotees. So that is Bhakta Pada Dhuli. Bhakta Pada Jal, that the system in India even today is followed, especially in South India, that whenever a devotee comes to the house, they wash the feet. It is all prevalent even today. You go anywhere, especially South India, and of course in some parts of Western India also we see the devotees, when the devotees come, they wash their feet. I saw this when one time we were going to Mayapur, and our vehicle broke down. So it was a bus. We were about 50 of us in a bus. And the driver said, we had about 4 or 5 buses, that one of the bus in which we were, they broke down, all other buses went ahead. So the driver said it will take about an hour to repair it. So then, we were all devotees, what to do? We were not sit in the bus. So we came down, we started doing kirtan. So it was a village, some village. Mayapur was quite far between Calcutta and Mayapur. So we were just doing kirtan. And I saw the mood of the local people there, the devotion of the local people there. We were considering the villagers and all, but I saw, because I was a little behind, and then devotees were doing kirtan. So as devotees were going, I saw some people brought water and they started putting it, like we were walking, so then they were trying. And then I saw when they walked ahead, so then there were some villagers who were standing, mothers who were standing with their kids in the hands, small kids, maybe a few months old or something. So they brought their kids immediately and they started rolling them in that dust where devotees had walked. They'd done the kirtan. And this is Mahaprabhu's place. I was really shocked to see that such thing can exist. And it is there. See, they have such good heart they have. Can you tell them to be quiet? Close the door, please. Yeah. So this is so they were putting it, rolling their child, 5 months, 6 months old, they were just rolling it, letting get the dust of these devotees who were just doing kirtan. They didn't even know that they are devotees, or they just saw they are doing kirtan, they are devotees. And that to kirtan means Mahaprabhu's devotees. So they were so happy. So this is Bhakta Pada Jal, means when you wash. So it is a custom. You see, even Krishna did it. When Narada Muni went to Krishna's house, in Krishna's palaces, he washed his feet. When Rajasuya Yagya was happening, so in Rajasuya Yagya, everyone was given the duties. Who will do what? Duryodhana was given a duty, Bhishma Dev was given a duty, Dronacharya was given a duty. So everyone was given seva. Rajsuya, Yudhishthira was distributing to everyone. Okay, you do this. Duryodhana was given very wonderful seva. Duryodhana was given the seva of accepting the gifts which Yudhishthira Maharaj, for Yudhishthira Maharaj, people, all the kings were bringing. And that is why he became envious. This was Krishna's plan. Because he was saying, oh, so many gifts. Oh, this is coming. Oh, this is coming. The jewels are coming. And this. And he became envious. He was in charge of accepting all the gifts. So what? So Krishna also came to Yudhishthira Maharaj. He said, I also need some seva. I want to do some service. Krishna said, Yudhishthira Maharaj said, what can I tell you? You are boss. You take whatever you want. So he said, I'll take the service of washing the feet of all those who are coming. So Krishna was standing at the gate of Rajasuya Yajna, and he was washing the feet of all the devotees and all the brahmanas. Just to show the power of this. So that is why Chaitanya Charitamrita said, Bhakta Pad Dhuli or Bhakta Pad Jal, Bhakta Bhunta Avashesh. So whatever they have taken, the remnants. So what they have eaten, the remnants of that, Teen Mahabal. So these are the three powerful ways. And one of the ways has been mentioned here about remnants of pure devotees. Now we can understand this verse in a different way also. This is what I said is a literal meaning. Bhakta Pada Dhuli, Bhakta Pada Jal, wash their feet, and Bhakta Bhunta Avashesh. The other meaning of that is Bhakta Pada Dhuli means walk on the path on which the devotees of the Lord have walked. That is Bhakta Pada Dhuli. That means they have given us a path. So just follow that. They have walked, their footsteps are there, we are just following them. That is Bhakta Pada Dhuli. And Bhakta Pada Jal means doing service to the devotees. One is you're following the instructions, and second is you're following the path given by them, and second is you are serving them. Bhakta Pada Jal. And Bhakta Bhunta Avashesh. What is that Bhakta Bhunta Avashesh? The instructions which come out, the knowledge which comes out from the mouth of the pure devotee. Like Shukadeva Goswami, in the initial first verse of the Bhagavatam, first, second verse, you see, what is it given? Shukmukhad Amritam. Shukmukhad. It is coming out of the mouth of Shukadeva Goswami. So, Shuk means parrot. So when the parrot touches or eats a fruit, especially guava, so then it becomes very sweet. That has to be understood, it is sweet. So that is why Shukmukhad. When a pure devotee of the Lord says something, that means it is going to change our life. We should accept it with full heart. And this is Bhakta Bhunta Avashesh. So here, Prabhupada is writing very much, very nicely, one statement. Generally, Prabhupada says that, I'll read this, it's a very nice statement. Prabhupada said that, where is it? Okay. The Bhakti Vedantas, as above mentioned, were pure devotees, and the boy became infected with their qualities of purity by their association and by eating once the remnants of the foodstuff taken by them. Such remnants may be taken even without permission. Generally, we have to take permission. Now, Prabhupada is very merciful. General rule is that you should take permission from the devotee and then take the remnants. So Prabhupada has given one very nice statement. I like that. Such remnants may be taken even without permission. You don't have to wait for the permission because devotee is not going to give the permission, right? Who will tell you, yeah, take remnants, eat. So now here Prabhupada is saying that just by eating once, why is it so powerful? What is it that makes this remnant so powerful? It's just like, okay, because the devotees, whom are we talking of? We are not talking of ordinary devotees, we're talking of pure devotees who carry Krishna in their heart. And that is why they are actually tirthas. They are holy places personified. They are not ordinary people. Because where is Krishna staying? Krishna stays in Dham. Wherever Krishna stays, that is Vrindavan. And if Krishna is staying in the heart of a pure devotee, then the devotee is Vrindavan. He is pure. And then whatever he is giving has to be pure. So this is our understanding. The devotees of the Lord are so pure because they are in constant touch of Krishna. And that makes them pure. And that is the actual position of a pure devotee of the Lord. So whatever comes out, like even if he is cursing, Narada Muni cursed, but that also is for our benefit. So even once if you take, what happens? Prabhupada in this purport has written very nicely, what is the effect of eating once remnants of the pure devotee of the Lord. So Prabhupada says here, there are many things which hinder one from entering devotional service. By the association, all obstacles are. So first thing is, whatever is stopping us from performing devotional service, this mercy, because in the end, Prabhupada writes that all these stages developed by the association of pure devotee, and that is the purport of this time. So that means you go stage by stage. Prabhupada is given even up to prema. This is a very powerful purport, just a few lines. But Prabhupada has given all the stages of bhakti, and he says he just developed just the association of devotees. Association of devotees is so powerful that in Bhagavatam, generally no shloka is repeated. I said Bhagavatam has 18,000 shlokas, 18,000 verses. Hardly shlokas are repeated because Bhagavatam is on a very high level. When we speak, we repeat so many times the same thing, right? Because we don't remember, we repeat the same thing. But Bhagavatam is not like that. If Bhagavatam repeats something twice, that means it is very important shloka. And just imagine if Bhagavatam repeats thrice, how important that shloka will be. So in Bhagavatam, 10th canto, there is one shloka spoken by Krishna, which is repeated twice. And it is once to, and that to very highly elevated devotees. One time to Brahman, wives of Brahmanas, other time to gopis. And what is that shloka? Shravana darshana dhyana mai bhavo nukirtana natatha sannikarshena. Krishna says, when they came to him, gopis came to him in the night, he said, go back. He said, no, we want to be with you. Krishna says, no, by being with me, you're not going to develop devotion. If you want to develop devotion, do 4 things. Krishna says, what are the 4 things? Shravanat, hear about me. Darshanat, have darshan of my deity. Dhyanat, remember me. And Mai Bhavonu Kirtanat, perform Kirtan. See, this Kirtan is not just introduced by Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu just took from Bhagavatam. Krishna has said, Mai Bhavonu Kirtanat, Bhavpurn Kirtan, full of ecstasy. It is not just he's saying this, you do Kirtan and keep sleeping in the Kirtan and, Kirtan is going on and somebody is sleeping. Not like that. So it's okay, let him sleep. Mai Bhavonu Kirtanat. Kirtan should be Bhavpurn, ecstasy. Krishna said, and this is repeated twice. But then there is one verse which is repeated 3 times. So you can imagine how important it will be. So what is that verse? Anyone knows? Tulayam lavena pina swargam na punarbhavam bhagavat sangi sangasya martyanam kimutashishaha. It says, Tulayam. Tulayam means comparing. Tulana. Tulayam lavenapi. Love is known for a fraction of a second. Maybe 1/8 of a second. 1 second name. 1/8 of a second. Tulayam lavenapi. Naswargam na punarbhavam. So it is saying, you cannot compare even with heavenly planets or with liberation. What you cannot compare? Lavenapi. Lavenapi means less than a second. What is it? Talyam lavenapi na swargam na punarbhavan bhagavat sangi sangasya. association of a pure devotee of the Lord cannot be compared. And what association? Even if you get fraction of a second of association of a pure devotee of the Lord, that cannot be compared with even achieving heavenly planets or even achieving liberation. That means that is greater than that. Even fraction of a second, if you can have the association of a pure devotee of the Lord. Tulayam lavena api na swargam na punarbhavam. Bhagavad Sangi Sangasya Martyanam Kimutashisha. Martyanam means those who are in this material world, this world of death, Mrityu Loka. Martyanam Kimutashisha means what other benediction one can get other than this association of pure devotees, which Prabhupada is writing in the end. That is the purport of this stanza. So what are the stages Prabhupada is talking? So he says, first of all the obstacles in our bhakti will go away if we can associate with the pure devotee of the Lord or take us remnants. So the first thing Prabhupada says, all the obstacles are removed. Second thing he's saying, devotee becomes practically enriched with the transcendental qualities of the pure devotee. We develop the qualities just by being with the devotee. Just imagine. You are not, it is not that you are doing very hard tapasya, you're trying to get the qualities. Just be with the devotee. Contagious. Bhakti is contagious, right? We get contagious disease, like COVID was there, you have to be. In India, they used to call Dogas Duri Mask Zaruri. That was the slogan, yeah. Maintain social distancing. So, because why? It is contagious. If you are close, then you will also catch the disease. Bhakti is like that. If you're close to a pure devotee, even if you have vaccination, you will be you will get the disease. So that is the second thing is being said in this purport. The first thing is said is all the obstacles will be removed. Second thing, you will have transcendental qualities. You see, what makes a person beautiful is the qualities, not the external look. This will go away, right? How long will it remain? How long a person remains beautiful? 10 years, 15 years after that, right? Then you are so attracted to this beauty. This is not going to remain. Just, as they say, beauty is skin deep. Yeah, it's skin deep. You know, remove the skin, nothing is there. So we are going to become old. So this is not the quality. What will make you beautiful is qualities. What are the qualities you have developed? Do you love people? Do you care for people? Prabhupada is known for this. So this is what the quality which we have to develop. So Prabhupada says then the qualities will come. And then with the qualities, kya hoga? When you get qualities, Prabhupada writing that we will get the attraction for Krishna's name and fame and qualities and pastime. So the qualities will lead you to such a stage where you will be very happy. Happily you will chant the holy name. How many of you chanting the holy name happily? It's like just we have to complete 60. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Barbara will see how many rounds are over. Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Right? Our is we just have to, and once the 16 rounds are over, you hand the mala and then you say, I'll see you tomorrow. Right? We don't have taste. We don't feel that happiness. Okay, you know, the happiness Haridas Thakur was feeling. He could go on for 192 rounds in a day, per day. 192 rounds. How? He was feeling happy with every chanting, with every name. With every name we feel sleepy. Right? With every name we feel burdened. When will it be over? When will it be over? Prabhupada says if you be in association of devotees, that will be the next stage. So first stage was removal of obstacles. Second stage, developing transcendental qualities. Third stage, attraction for Krishna. You're so attracted to this material world, right? And it is natural. You tell me when the boy grows, do you have to train him? Beta, you will go to the college, there will be a girl, and then you have to look at the girl like this, and then you get attracted to the girl, and then you go and talk to her. Do you train like that? No, it's natural, right? The boy sees the girl and gets attracted. It's very natural. Rupa Goswami says, I need such attraction for you, O Krishna. The attraction a young boy has for a young girl. I need that kind of attraction. And then Rupa Goswami says, why have you given me only one tongue and only 2 ears? I should have millions of tongues that I can go on chanting your name. Do we get such feeling? If you don't get, that means you don't have taste. Simple. The day you'll get this feeling that one tongue is not enough to chant the holy name, I should have millions of tongues. One is now 2 years not enough. I should have millions of years I can hear Krishna Katha. Then you have taste. Right now we are thinking when will we go home and when will we sleep. Tomorrow we have to go to the office, so it should not get delayed. This is all going on in the mind, not Krishna. Am I right or wrong? Wrong. Wrong? So then the Prabhupada says you develop a taste for Krishna's name and form. And then Prabhupada says that when you have this transcendental taste, see, Prabhupada is so systematic in writing his purpose. One after another he says. So then he says, this transcendental taste at once makes all material things distasteful. That's the next stage. You won't have attraction for material things. Material things will be there right in front of you, but you'll not be attracted. That's a wonderful stage, right? If you can reach that stage, you have everything. We have reached that stage to a certain amount, right? Like say, for example, any of you were okay, I shouldn't ask in public. Let's say some of you were drinking before becoming devotees, right? And now you have given it up. Now you're chanting. You tell me, if somebody brings and keeps a bottle in front of you and you're chanting, will you be attracted to that? Now, again, maybe one peg, Hare Krishna. Yeah, will you say like that? Not at all, right? Am I right or wrong? So you've already developed this distastefulness for material things. But what is so then that means, are you pure devotees of the Lord? No, we have started developing. But still we have for many other things. We may not have for drinking, we may not have for non-veg, like those who were eating non-veg every day. Right? There were so many people, so many devotees who were eating non-veg, but now they have given up completely and they don't even look at it. Now they can't stand the smell of non-veg, right? These are the people who said without non-veg I cannot eat, right? But now they cannot stand smell. So this taste has come. But the problem is it has come only for these things. But then we are so attracted for so many other things, right? Money is honey. Isn't it? Or money is sweeter than honey. Sorry, money is not honey. Money is sweeter than honey. I know examples I give you. COVID was at its peak. Second wave in India. First wave, everything was closed down. So everyone was at home. It was a lockdown. You could not come out. Second wave, government said no. Everything was open. Colleges were open. Offices were open. People were not coming to temple. I asked someone, Prabhuji, I don't see in temple. What is it? Actually, it's COVID spreading. If I come to temple and if I carry some infection to my home, I have children at home, so I can't take risks. So I'm not coming. I said, yeah, very good. Are you going to office? That we have to go. So they're going to office. There you're not worried. You'll get infection and your children will be infected. No, that is a job. We have to do it. Why? You're getting money. In temple, you have to give money. So temple can be avoided, but not office. So you see, money is sweeter than honey for us. We can do anything. So our attachments have we have not become completely distasteful. As Prabhupada right, transcendental taste once make all material things distasteful. We're not interested in anything that is material. That doesn't mean we don't earn. That doesn't mean we give up everything. We earn, we stay in family, we do everything, but we are not so attached to it. Earlier we are attached. I cannot survive without this. But then now we are not attached. Distasteful. Then this is happening. And then Prabhupada says, see, nice, so nice purpose. So he says, therefore, a pure devotee is not at all attracted for the material activities. After the elimination, now next stage, what happens? Of all the sins or obstacles in the path of devotional service, one can become attracted. Then one have steadiness. Now, Prabhupada here is talking about different stages of bhakti, starting from Shraddha to Prem. So now here steadiness means Nishtha. So obstacles removal means Anartha Nivritti. So he says then steadiness. One can have perfect taste, that is Ruchi. One can have transcendental emotions, that is Bhava. And at last can be situated on the plane of loving service, Prema. And then he says all these stages develop by the association of pure devotees. That is the purport of this stanza. So important is the devotees association is very important. Krishna himself gives importance to devotees. Durvasa Muni, he committed an offense towards Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj was a great devotee. He is a great devotee. He was fasting for many, many days. Now he had to break his fast. He was about to break his fast. The Durvasa Muni came. And the tradition is someone comes to your house, you cannot eat before feeding the guest, right? That's a tradition. Of course, many devotees do not follow. Many of us do not follow that. We call a devotee at home and he comes and he says, oh, why are you not taking? I've already taken, you take. So Durvasa Muni came to Ambarish Maharaj, said, please come, have prasadam. He said, yes, I'm just going to take bath in the river, I'll come and take. So he went, and by the time he came, the time was up for, almost time was passing for breaking the fast. So he took some water, Ambarish Maharaj. Durvasa got angry, I'm just cutting it short. Durvasa got angry finally, and he wanted to kill Ambarish Maharaj for this. That you have, being a king, you are not following the Vedic rules. So then when he created a demon, and he created a demon out of his hair. So he took out a hair from his head and he threw it on the ground and the demon appeared. That is why we brahmacharis, we don't keep our hair in, so we don't curse anyone like this. Then so Durvasa created a huge demon who attacked Ambarish Maharaj. See, Ambarish Maharaj, pure devotee, he did not move from his place. He did not beg Krishna, please protect me, please protect me. He was just standing there peacefully. Why? He knew if Krishna is going to protect, no one can do anything. And if Krishna wants to kill me, no one can save me. So why bother? That was his fate. So he was just standing there. But then Sudarshan Chakra of Krishna, he could not tolerate. So he came, he killed the demon, and then he ran after the person who gave the supari. Durvasa Muni, he gave the supari. So then he ran after him. So the Durvasa Muni ran for his life. He wanted him to save. So I was hearing that Durvasa Muni ran entire earth, then he went to the heaven, then he went to Brahma, then he went to Shiva. And I was thinking, what was Durvasa faster than Sudarshan? Why Sudarshan did not kill him? How is it that he is running and Sudarshan is not able to catch? I mean, it's surprising. Sudarshan should kill immediately. Why it happened that he kept running, and Sudarshan was also behind, always was behind. So Bhagavatam gives the answer. I read it in very nice place. Bhagavatam says, Sudarshan was just behind, and when Durvasa used to become slow, Sudarshan used to touch him. Run. And then he was running again. And then when again slow, so that means Sudarshan could kill, but he didn't want to kill. He just wanted to teach a lesson. So he was just pushing. So Durvasa was just running for his life. And then he reached Brahma. Somehow. And on the earth, he went to every king. Nobody said this. So he went to Brahma. Please save me. Brahma said, what happened? He said, the Sudarshan is behind him. Brahma said, get up. Don't come inside. I am so scared. I am under Lord. And this is Lord's weapon. Please go. I'm not independent. So then he went from there. He went to Lord Shiva. Shiva was in meditation. And he saw, what's happening? He said, Sudarshan. Shiva said, go. I'm not independent. I'm under him. So finally he reached the Lord Vishnu, who Sudarshan was there. So he went to Vaikuntha and he said, please save me. And the Lord said, I'm sorry, I'm not independent. And then he said, what does it mean? Brahma says, I understand. Shiva says, and you are also saying, you are not independent. Then who's independent and under whom you are? He says, Aham Bhakta Paradhima. I'm under my devotees. So I'm not independent. I cannot save you. And at that time, the Lord spoke about devotees so much. He says, My devotees do not know anything other than me. And I do not know anything other than my devotees. They are in my heart, I am in their heart. Just see, says Krishna. And he says, I do not feel happiness of any of my opulences if I don't have devotees. I don't feel happy even with Lakshmi Devi, he says, if my devotees are not there. He's given such importance to devotees. So he said, Durvasa said, okay, but what should I do? He said, go back to Ambarish Maharaj. I cannot do anything. You have offended my devotee. That is why in a very nice bhajan Narottam Das Thakur says, Haristane aparadhe tare harina tum sthane aparadhe nahi paritran. He said, Haristane aparadhe tare harinam. If you commit an offense to the Lord directly, Tare Harinam, chant the holy name, you will be relieved. But Tomasthane is addressing to the Vaishnavas. Tomasthane, if anyone commits offense to a Vaishnava, Nahi Paritra. Krishna also will not forgive. So Krishna says, I'm sorry, I cannot do, you go back. So where should I go back? I said, go to Ambarish. So then at that time, Durvasa was thinking, I am a renounced person, I'm a sannyasi, and he is an attached householder. So I should go to him. And then Krishna glorified the devotees. He said, they are my devotees and they are in my heart and I am aham bhakta paradhino, I am under them. Please go to them. So finally he came to the Durvasa. He came to Ambarish Maharaj and then he realized what is a devotee. See here. What happened is Durvasa Muni came, Sudarshan was still behind. So when he came, he fell down at the feet of Ambarish Maharaj. Please save me, the Sudarshan Chakra. Ambarish Maharaj till that time had not eaten. He was waiting. That I had a guest, I could not feed, let me wait. He has also not eaten. It was almost 1 year. So then he came and he said, please save me. So you know what Ambarish Maharaj did? Ambarish Maharaj tells Sudarshan, he prays to Sudarshan, saying that, oh Sudarshan, if in my lifetime any austerity I have done, any charity I have done, any act of religion, dharma I have done, take all the credit from me, but please do not kill him. And when Durvasa saw this, he says, now I understood who's a devotee. I didn't know this. I was about to kill you, and to save me, you are ready to give everything you have earned just to save me. So this is a devotee. Durvasa says, today I realize who's a devotee of the Lord. That is the power of the devotee of the Lord. That is the love Krishna has for his devotees. That is what Prabhupada writes here. All these stages develop by the association of pure devotees, and that is the purport of this stanza. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. This purport is so powerful. If I start explaining, I can explain it for days. Is this purport? So nice purport. Thank you, Mataji, for giving me this verse. I'm so happy. And but yes, I know why they kept the chair here. You know why? Why the chair was kept here? Because the watch is right in front here. So they knew that if I start speaking, I won't stop. So they said, you see the watch, it's 9 o'clock, so stop.
Would you want a question, please?
Yes, we can have questions, comments. Any of you also, those who are on the Zoom? I see about 25 people here on the Zoom. Oh, Mataji, you are defeating us. Count kitne yahan par zyada hai? We are zyada, yahan zyada hai? Oh, we are still ahead. Maybe you all can see. Those who are on the Zoom, no, wait. So you can see how many people are here. And you decide. Can see? All of you can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare.
Yes, any of you have any questions or comments, you can ask even on the Zoom and here also. Yes, sir.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for your nice class. The importance of the devotees, the great devotees, for the association also. So, Prabhuji, there is a doubt. We can learn from Bhagavatam and also Purana, like the association of a great devotee, Rashudas Ratnakar. Dashu Ratnakar is taught to Valmiki. Mrugari also taught in a great sage. And also by association of Haridas Thakur, this prostitute became devotee. But we are in a greater stage than Mrugari and Ratnakar. And we are association of many devotees. We are not a so skillful person, but why not we develop the taste in Harinam or in Krishna?
Jai. The question is, did you hear the question? Those who are on the Zoom?
Prabhuji, if you can repeat it, we'll appreciate. Hare Krishna.
Okay, the question is that there are so many examples like Mrigarari, who got purified by the association of Narada Muni, Ratnakar Daku, who got purified, became Valmiki, and there is example of a prostitute who got purified by Haridas Thakur's association. So we are better than these people. We are not of that position. We are not hunters. We are not all this, but still, and we are getting association of a lot of pure devotees. Why we are not purified till now? That is the question. Prabhupada was sitting one time with his disciples, and one of his disciples said, Prabhupada, you have showered your mercy more on Tamal Krishna. So Prabhupada said, no, I have showered my mercy equally on all of you. It is only that Tamal Krishna has taken it nicely. That's all. So similarly, we have the association of devotees. Those who take it nicely, like Narada Muni, he accepted it, they got purified. And those who do not, they will take some time, but they will also be purified. It's only a matter of time. Because the association of pure devotee has to have an impact. Whether you are, another example I give is of a magnet and iron. When you bring magnet and iron together, there is natural attraction. It will be attracted. But then, if it is rusted, it cannot attract. Magnet, how powerful magnet is. So the process is powerful. Devotees are powerful. Prabhupada at one place, in one of the small books, he writes that if you do not have a proper mentality and you are associating, you're close to a pure devotee, it will be harmful for you because you may commit offense. So, though we are, everything is available to us, pure devotees are available and process is available, why we are not able to progress? Because we are not accepting that in the right mode. We are not taking it properly. Once we take it, then definitely. But what is the effect is definitely there. It is only taking time. For some, it doesn't take time because they take it immediately, very in a good mood. For some who are not, they also will have effect, but maybe little time. So for us, it is happening. But we also see that in our movement, some of them, even second generation devotees, they become very pure devotees. We have examples of such nice, our senior devotees who are on a higher level. But we are still on this because we are not giving up what we are holding. Like, that story, a sadhu, he was going for a Tirth Yatra, he was going out for pilgrimage. So he had a Bhagavad Gita. He gave it to his disciple. Said, take care of this Bhagavad Gita. And then he left. So the disciple was chanting and he was keeping Bhagavad Gita a little far. And he saw the mouse came, started eating Bhagavad Gita. Guruji said, take care. So then he immediately tried keeping it. Wherever he'll keep, mouse was coming. So finally he thought, let me bring a cat. So that cat will eat the mouse and then Bhagavad Gita will be protected. So he brought a cat. So the cat, of course, ate the mouse. But then mouse is not available every day. Rats are not available every day. So then what to do? Now she needs milk. Where to get the milk from? So then he thought, let me bring a cow. So that cow will give the milk and cat will eat the milk. The cat will drink the milk. And then if she will be healthy. And if there are any rats, then my Bhagavad Gita will be protected. So he brought a cow. Now he wanted to chant. All this time he forgot to chant because in all these things. But then, okay, cow is there, milk. Who will milk the cow? Cow will not give milk just like that. No? Okay, cat will come and take it now. So then somebody is needed. So he thought, let me get married. And if I'll have a wife, my wife will milk the cow and the milk will be given to the cat. Cat will be healthy. She will eat the rats and my Bhagavad Gita will be protected. So he got married. Right? And then you know what happens after marriage. I don't have to go in details. All of you are highly experienced people. So I'm not going in detail in that. So then one day Guruji came back after all this. So he had wife, family, children, and it got so important. And Guruji came, he could not find, where is my disciple? And then he was going, and then he came out running, Guruji, I'm here. Who built this house? He said, I said, what is this going on? I thought you would be, becoming a sage, chanting, and you have a house, you have a family. This, what is this? Why all this? He said, it's all because of your Bhagavad Gita. I said, why my Bhagavad Gita? He said, you gave me Bhagavad Gita, otherwise anyway I was chanting nicely. But because to protect your Bhagavad Gita, I had to bring a cat, and to feed the cat, I had to bring a cow, and to milk the cow, I had to marry. So what to do? It's not my mistake. So then the Guruji went out and he held on to a tree. He was holding a tree tightly. And then he started shouting, leave me, leave me, leave me. The disciple came running, what happened to Guruji? And he said, he's holding it. Leave me, leave me, leave me. Guruji said, the disciple said, Maharaj, what is it? Why are you shouting? He said, leave me, it's not leaving me. He said, he's not holding on to you. You are holding the tree. Guruji. The Guruji said, this is what I'm going to explain to you. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. That you said, because of Bhagavad Gita, I fell into Maya. It's not that Maya is holding you. You are holding Maya. Give up Maya, you'll be able to hold Krishna. So the same thing. We are holding on to many things. Once we give up, then only the mercy can be accepted. Right? Hare Krishna. So tomorrow onwards, don't shout, leave me, leave me. Okay, any other question or comment? Anyone from the Zoom classes? There is one question. Why do demigods forget the Lord at times like Indra? Oh, where is the chat? Okay, here is chat.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can I read the question?
No,
For
I
you?
can read it here. I can read it here.
Okay.
There are two questions which I can see here.
Yes,
First
Prabhuji.
is, on one hand, the Lord never tolerates an offense to the devotee, but there is one statement in Madhuri Kadambari that says that the divine power of Nam Kirtan will deliver the person from Vaishnava Aparadha. So how do we understand this and how not to become complacent and apply this properly? Yes, when we are here in this Kali Yuga, Madhuri Kadambari is written for people like us. So when we are in Kali Yuga, the power of Nam Kirtan is definitely there, and that it can deliver you from any sins, even the sins you cannot commit. One name can do it, but the name should be pure. Then it can deliver you. And it is said, like you're saying, the divine power, yes, definitely is there, Nam Kirtan, because in Kali Yuga, that is the Yuga Dharma, so you can come out of all the offenses. But that is only if you're chanting the pure name and Vaishnava Aparadha, you're not doing it deliberately. If you're doing it deliberately, then even holy name will not deliver you. So this is how we should understand it. And we should not become complacent thinking that, I will chant, that is an offense. That I'll commit offense towards Vaishnava or anyone, and then I'll go and chant 2 rounds extra. That's not the rule. It is one of the offenses of the 10 offenses to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. So if you're chanting holy name and by mistake, unknowingly, accidentally, you've committed a Vaishnava Aparadha, you will overcome it by Nam Kirtan. But if you're deliberately doing it, then you are committing an offense, that by the 7th offense, I think, right? To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. So we should try to avoid. Thank you. Another question is, why do demigods forget Lord at times like Indra, etc.? Can demigods go from the heavenly planets directly to Vaikuntha? Or do they have to descend to the earthly planet to develop devotion and qualify to go to Vaikuntha? Two questions are here. One is why do they forget? And the second is, can they go to Vaikuntha? They forget because they are not pure devotees of the Lord. Demigods are called Mishra Bhaktas, mixed devotees. They are devotees on a very high plane, but they are not pure devotees because they maintain the material desires. Like Indra, his throne is very dear to him. He fought with Krishna just for a tree. Krishna went to heaven and he wanted to bring this Parijat tree. He fought with him. So why? Because they are mixed devotees. So they are very attached. And that's the reason they forget. And the second is, can demigods go from the heavenly planets directly to Vaikuntha? Or they do have to? In general, they have to come to this earth, develop devotional qualities, because Vaikuntha, only those devotees can go who have developed these pure devotional qualities. Demigods generally do not. Yes, if they have developed it there, they can go from there also. So it is not that they cannot go, but in general, they don't go because they have not developed the qualities. And that is why in Srimad Bhagavatam 5th canto, they are praying. There are prayers of demigods who says that, O Lord Krishna, in this Kali Yuga, please give us birth in the land of Bharatvarsha, so that we can chant the holy name and go back home back to God. So that means that they cannot go directly from the heavenly planets. Yes. Any other question here? I don't see any other question. Mataji, do you see any other question?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yes. Any other question or comments? Sorry, we are already 10 minutes late. We stop now? Because you have to take prasad and then leave. Do we have prasad or not? Okay, we have prasad from everyone. Those who are on the Zoom, they can also come and take prasad if they wish. Otherwise, maybe one plate can be shown here like this.
Okay, thank you very much, Prabhuji, for coming to the Zoom class and explaining this very, very important verse to us. We are really grateful. And as you promised, I know when you have time, you'll come to us as well in the next 15 days when you are traveling and when you have some free time. I know once in India, the time difference will not allow, but whenever you have time, Prabhuji, will be really grateful if you can share your little time with us. So we can close this session. Path Prabhuji, can you close the session, please, for us?
I think my voice is not reached there.
Okay, Prabhuji, then I can close the session.
Yeah, the host is not here. Host, who is the host? Mataji, you are the host. You can close the session.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Prabhuji. And we have learned today a lot of things, and the most important things are the stages of bhakti, right from beginning to prema. So we'll keep that mind and do manan over what you have said. And we have recorded this session, so it'll go on YouTube for a reminder as well, and for other bhaktas. Prabhuji, thank you very much for your time. And everybody kindly unmute and let's chant the Maha Mantra once to glorify Prabhuji. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare. Vanchakalpatarubhascha kripa
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः
Vaishnavyo Namaha.
Srila Prabhupada ki
जय
Shri Atul Krishna Prabhuji ki.
Jai.
Prabhuji's left, but okay. Thank you very much for joining in. We meet every day at the same time from 8. So kindly join in whenever you can. We've had new devotees joining in today. So thank you very much for your time and attention. Hare Krishna.